It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma.
Hello, all, and welcome to yet another Minute Microscopy. I am Eric Rosenblatt, and I would love it if you'd like and share this video. Leave a comment down there if you feel so inclined. I'm sure a lot of people will have opinions about this topic. So, what I'd like to talk about today is something that most people don't even think twice about, but the more you ponder it, the less sense it makes. And that is name changing. Now, I'm not referring to somebody arbitrarily deciding to just change their name. That makes perfect sense. What I'm talking about here is when people get married and one person takes the other person's last name. Typically, this is the woman taking the man's last name, though that's changing a little bit. Actually, I'm not really sure what the tradition is for same-sex couples, if there even is one. I'd really like to hear about how they work out whose name they're going to choose. I guess even if they do change names, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Um, anyway, if you really stop and think about it, why change your last name at all? I guess it's perhaps to cement the idea that now you're joined or something. But I mean, there's already a symbol for that in the form of rings. And of course, the contract, marriage certificate that you sign. It's my belief that people change their name because it's just something that's always been done and we're expected to do it. Hardly a reason to upend decades of your existence. And I say this because, well, it really is akin to extinguishing who you once were. Like when old friends go to look you up, let's say you lost contact and they don't know that you've gotten married or remarried, they'll be searching for the version of you with a different last name. Go ahead and try to find your old friend in a big city or the country only on a first name basis. I suppose you could always look at marriage records or something, but that's not always an easy task. Continuing the notion that changing your name erases who you were, the thing is, your name kind of becomes a major part of you. It's how you identify yourself to others and how they recognize you. Your name could be on your stationery or your books, your clothing, memorabilia, college certificates, prizes or awards, whatever. I mean, it's an interesting thought. If you received a degree under your old name and now you're living under a new name, do those documents actually apply to you anymore? Huh. And then there's the technical side to consider. Working in IT, I see this all the time. Somebody gets married, and now we have to alter their email account, their user credentials, and then sometimes the name of their PC. And that can create some really annoying issues. For instance, like when they try to send emails. Now all the clients and suppliers and service providers who used to get emails from the old address are getting them from a new address. They might have to move them out of spam. They'll certainly have to replace the address in their contacts list. I mean, it's gotten easier over time, but you can kind of see what I'm getting at there. I think the only rational reason to have a common last name is for the sake of kids. Having two different last names to choose from could get a little confusing. But then it does anyway when couples with pre-existing kids get married. Like, whose name do you go with? I could see that stirring up quite a bit of friction within a family. Maybe everybody goes with a hyphenated last name or something. Of course, that could cause issues too, because some combinations could get pretty long, especially like my last name, along with another person with the same last name length. And it brings up another weird thing about changing your name. You may have decades of practice signing your name, and now you have to learn a whole new signature. Since cursive is pretty much dead, it's not as easy as just writing different letters. I guess if one had a signature like mine, which is basically a bunch of scribbles, you could get away with keeping it the same and no one would be the wiser. I don't really understand the rationale behind changing your name or marriage itself for that matter. Many of these traditional practices make no sense at all, as far as I'm concerned. Why do we add layers of complexity to what ought to be a simple thing? Why do we let the church or state have dominion over our relationships? Why do we have standardized protocols and procedures and outfits for stuff like that? Doesn't it commercialize and cheapen something that's supposed to be unique and special? I will say that I appreciate the outside of the box type of weddings. There's nothing more boring than sitting in a church with everyone all dressed up in stuffy clothes that they'll only wear once, with the same music, the same actions taking place, the same tired statements over and over and over again. Oh, I'll take a hand fasting ceremony over that shit any day.
Hey, don't forget to check out the rest of the channel. We got a little something for everybody. Full-length episodes, short episodes, medium-length episodes, lightning rounds, all kinds of stuff. Every topic you can think of. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends.